Greetings, Love Posse. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to our channel. Today's message is a continuation of why won't so-called Black African Americans ever overcome? Reason number 8. Our mothers, wives, sisters enable the so-called Black African American male. I understand why. Fear, wanting to keep our men and boys safe. And in wanting to keep our men and boys safe, we've crippled them, enabled them, emasculated them, taken away their power in order to keep them safe. We've enabled them. And that was taught when our ancestors were enslaved. Our ancestors, mothers, wives, children saw their fathers and husbands and brothers and sons murdered, castrated, beaten, whipped. So we learned to teach our daughters, raise our daughters, and love our sons. Love them so much that they were made weak, that they have not taken their rightful place in this world as the kings that they are. Some of them on the street with their hand out, addicted to drugs, drug dealers, not taking care of their families, wanting their wives to be submissive because they feel inferior, so they want her to feel inferior, to feel dominated, to feel powerless because they feel powerless. And Christianity teaches that. That's taught in the Black churches, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous because the Creator didn't create any inferior beings, any inferior life forms. Humans do that. Humans in fear, humans who feel powerless, who feel inferior, who feel weak, want other people to feel weak and powerless. So the Black church and so-called do-gooders, people seemingly with good intentions, Black women, these pastors, mothers, wives, sisters, teaching other Black women to be submissive for their men so they can feel good. Really? Really? Have no confidence in the Black man. No confidence in the Black man. That's what that says to me, that you have no confidence in him. You're still trying to keep him safe. He has to rise up and recognize that we are equal that he's equal to us, that he's equal to every man on this planet. We can no longer keep him small for his protection. He can no longer play dumb and stupid and weak and a victim. He has to rise up. We've enabled him far too long. It has to stop. All of this nonsense has to stop. That the black woman has to be submissive. You read that shit in the Bible. So a man wrote that shit. Okay? Because men feel inferior to us because they can't bear children, because they can't bleed, so they seek out the blood in wars and murder. Wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up. Stop holding black men, black boys back by keeping them small. Mothers, wives, sisters, stop babying them. Allow them to be men. Allow them to be strong and powerful. Stop this fear. Let them be free. Let them go. And stop teaching your daughters to be small in their presence. When you go home to your husband, to your man, be small. Lower yourself to him. You see what's happening? We were taught, so-called black African Americans, to lower ourselves in the presence of Europeans, so-called white people. And now you've passed that on to your daughters. Lower yourselves in the presence of black men because they feel so small. Because they feel so powerless. So we have to help them by making ourselves small. You're not helping anything. Look at our community. You're not helping. It's not helping. It hasn't helped. Somebody has to tell you. I'm going to tell you. You're not helping. Reverends, you're not helping. Black women in positions of power in the Christian faith, religion, telling your sisters, teaching this bullshit to be submissive. It's ignorant. It's ignorant. Again, the divine, the creator, your God did not create any inferior life. Man conditioned us to believe that. Man taught this bullshit, put it in the Bible, the bullshit about women being created from a man's rib. Bullshit. Bullshit. So-called black African Americans won't ever overcome because our men have been made weak. First, emasculated and castrated by the enslavers, the captors, and then that behavior was continued and taken over by black women, mothers, wives, daughters, sisters. And then we made it worse by saying, black man, you're not enough. So we're going to lower ourselves so you can feel better. What an insult. What an insult to not only them, to us. Stop listening to these people who tell you that God wants you to be small for another human being. That because you are a woman, you're less than. So you have to play that role to lift somebody up. You're not lifting them up by making yourself small. And you're not lifting the so-called Black African American man, boys up by holding on to this fear that if they shine their bright light, they will be harmed. They're being harmed anyway. They're being murdered anyway. At least let them have some dignity in their lifetime. Let them blossom and grow and be free and experience and know what it feels like to be a man. I'll end on that note. Thank you for your time, Love Posse. I love you. The divine loves you. You are loved. You are loved. Please support this channel. Please subscribe. Please donate. Please share. Please uplift yourself. Keep your head up. You're not small. And please uplift the so-called Black African American male and honor him, emasculating him by not allowing him to take responsibility for his life, for his family, for his place in the world. Allow him to be that which he is, a divine being. A divine being. Respect him enough to allow him to stand on his own 2 feet. That's love. That's love. You making yourself small to make him feel better is not love. It's an insult. Thank you for your time. Hotep, namaste, aho, blessed be, all of it. You are